friends, and welcome back to EVE Online with me, Mark from DadX, and we're going to get straight back into the career missions. The next business mission is going to give us a Salvager, and we need to go out, we need to use the Salvager on a wreck and defend ourselves as needs be. And the rewards are a Venture, which is a mining frigate. It's going to be very useful, it's going to make us lots of ISK. We'll look at that in detail when we've actually got one, and some ISK for the bonus completion. So the Salvager is another module which we will be given when we accept the mission. We'll fit it on the ship as we have previously. I'm going to start taking it for granted that you know some of these basics, like your basic navigation and just how to put things on your ship as we go along, so we can move on through these missions. But I'll show you here. We're going to take off the mining laser because we don't need it right now, and then up here in this top slot, because that's where the Salvager wants to go, we're going to drag him over there. You can right click and say fit to active ship. The choice is yours, and there we go, we are equipped and ready to go. The industry mission wants us to go and do some mining. We'll get another venture for that one, we'll look at that afterwards, but for now we're going to look at the military career mission, which wants us to go and take out some pirates right here in Dipari. Then we'll get some hostages released into our cargo hold. We bring them back. We're going to get an executioner, which is a fantastic combat ship to start with. Right, off we go. This is going to be very easy. We're going to target up the objective, which in this case is right there. Once we're within 5 kilometers, so we're set in orbit about 1,000, 2,500, you just get the Salvager running on there. We can target up the pirate and engage him with our laser at the same time. We can multitask. That's very good. There you go. The Salvager is unlocked. The box, we can get the data chip and we can complete the mission. But we're going to go straight off to the next mission objective. Kill the pirates, get the hostages. And again, it's just about saving the back and forth. So, off to the next mission. I obviously encourage you to read into the missions a little bit more than I am here. I'm giving you the very briefest overview, but as you're playing, obviously read what's going on, get yourself a little bit invested into the lore. If you do prefer just to do all the military missions in one go, feel free. It's just going to involve you a lot more back and forth than stacking them the way I am. As you can see, there is an in-ship view in EVE. You can fly about with the arrow buttons on your keyboard. It's useless unless you just want a little tour around the close proximities of a station. Anyway, here we are. Same old routine, guys. We're just going to do exactly what Aura taught us in that introduction. We're going to orbit, we're going to lock, we're going to shoot them. Keep the afterburner running. If you're in very close, sometimes it's a good idea to turn off your afterburner. If you're going too fast, you're actually going to affect how your damage is applying to the enemy ship. But that's a little bit more advanced than we need to be in these missions. So we'll talk about that in more detail when it's a bit more relevant. So we're just going to work our way through here until we've killed the last guy. And we've got the hostages transferred into our cargo hold, which will happen automatically when we have taken down the relevant ship, which is a little bit unusual to these tutorials. I can't think of anything in the game in general where loot transfers to your ship automatically. But correct me if I'm wrong in a comment, but I think that's a little bit, I don't know, it's just something I can't recall ever seeing on a mission. But there you go. We've got the civilians. We can head straight back off and get on with the next mission. So we're safely docked up. Let's get ourselves the next mission and get back out there. This one is a little bit special, so I just thought I'd draw our attention to this one. If you read through the mission, it is clear that the ship we are flying out in, which we are being given, it's a crucifier, is going to blow up. It's basically a flying bomb, which we are flying out. Once the ship is destroyed, we will be in our pod, our capsule, and we can fly back and hand in the mission. We will get a cash reward for achieving this. So, ship hangar, assemble ship, activate ship. We're in the crucifier. It's a very nice looking ship, a little bit odd, a little bit pointy. Looks like it might be part of Freddy Krueger's glove. If you look, it's bonused for weapon disruption. It's a bit of a specialist frigate, not one you'd usually see sort of doing PvE, etc. But here we are, we've taken it out. We have put no fit on this ship. We literally get in the ship and we leave. There's no need to put any modules on this ship. Anything you do will just be wasted, because all we're going to do here is fly towards the tower, and once we're in range we will automatically blow up. So do not put anything on this ship whatsoever. It is completely disposable. This mission, I think, is designed A, to make sure you're paying attention to the mission objective, and B, that you're going to lose ships. It's part of the game. Don't stress about losing ships. What you need to do is make sure you're never in a situation, that explosion was beautiful, never in a situation where losing your ship is going to leave you broke. And that's something we'll look at in future videos. How to make nice ISK while managing the risk. Anyway, back to our little ship here, our Impera, our Corvette. Okay, our next military career mission is to go out again into Deepari, kill some pirates, get some documents, bring them back. We'll be given a couple of beam lasers when we accept that mission. They're the longer range version of the turreted weapons to fit on small ships such as frigates and destroyers. We're going to stick with a short range, but again, we'll get into the detail of all those kind of systems and their variety when it's a little bit more relevant. For now, we can just keep on doing what we're doing. The next mission from the advanced military agent is to fit a warp disruptor onto our ship, go up, kill some pirates, tackle one, and that's mission complete. So we'll do those two at the same time. The other two missions available now from the business career agent and the industry career agent, they both involve mining. The first one here wants us to bring back some tritanium. For that we'll get some venture and some cash. But there's no specific mission location. However, if you look in the second one, it does have a mission location here in Deepari. We need to get tritanium there too. So we can probably mine all the tritanium at once. Or I should say get the tritanium at once, because we can go to the mission objective if there's enough there, fulfill both at the same time. Now tritanium isn't something you get straight from an asteroid. We need to go and mine some Veldspar, which is what we'll find on the site, I'm quite sure, and then we'll come back and we'll show you how to reprocess that into tritanium. The missions are worded a little bit clumsily. It asks you to go and mine tritanium, which you can't actually do directly. Now it would be an option simply to buy the tritanium to fulfill the mission that doesn't have a location where we've got to go and get it. That is an option, but since we can do these, I'm pretty sure, at the same time, why buy what we need when we can just grab it while we're doing something else? So we're going to take the Salvager off, we're going to put the miner back on, and I'll see you out there. If you do want to go ahead and start making your first purchases on the market, I'm just going to roll with the way the missions are handing stuff out for now. Then link down below you'll find my AlphaGo's shopping video, which will show you how to do that. And it's very important, especially early on, that you set your settings on your market screen to show more than just the station that you're in, which is the default. So do have a look at that video, or you could be paying well over the odds for your first pieces of equipment. And we don't want stuff like that happening and putting us off now, do we? In the next video we will be making some purchases and the market will be looked at least to some extent there. Right, we're going to warp up to the mission location. Remember, for one of these missions we have to go to its location. And on the way up there I'm going to introduce you to a very useful tool up in the top left hand corner, the search bar. You can search for anything in the game here. So if you just wondered what is tritanium, there's tritanium. Press the information button. We're going to go, the industry screen there shows us what it could be used for. We don't need to know that. We need to know where to get it. And as you can see here, it says Veldspar. And if we click on there, it will tell us that it reprocesses in units of 100, and 100 units of Veldspar produces 400 units of tritanium. That tells us exactly how much Veldspar we need to mine, and therefore how much time we need to be up here doing it. And again, link down below are basic guides to industry and mining, which will go into more detail on such things. But for now, all we need to do is lock up the asteroid. The range on the miner is 10 kilometers, so we're just going to activate it as soon as we're in range. And that's all there is to that, as we have seen before. Now, if we just look at the mission objectives and do a little bit of mathematics, we really don't need much tritanium at all. It's 333 cubic meters for one mission and 150 for the other. So just under 500 in total. So we don't need much over 100 cubic meters of Veldspar to achieve that. So one cycle will more than do that for us. And then we can just get back. If you look at the missions over on the left hand side, it does say mine tritanium. That is a little bit misleading, since as I said, you have to mine the Veldspar to reprocess into the tritanium. Especially as for this mission, we have to come and get it from this very particular rock. So that's all we have to do, is just wait here till the cycle's complete. There you go, there's the Veldspar. 460. So 400 tritanium for each 100, so we're going to have at least 1600. And just as we've done that, a rat has spawned, so we'll simply lock him up and shoot him. No stress whatsoever. Your ship is quite capable of mining and engaging pirates at the same time, or another player for that matter, although I wouldn't advise that kind of multitasking. Now I'm just sat still here on this site. You might want to be orbiting the rocks. There you go. When you kill the rat, you get a little pop-up message. Now that you've dealt with the interruption, get back to it and then come back to me. So I'm guessing you have to wait there at least long enough for that rat to spawn. So don't just mine the absolute bare minimum. Wait for the rat to spawn, kill him. We've got more than enough Veldspar off the first cycle from the mining laser, and off we go. And this is what we need to do with it now. We need to take it from the ship's hold into our item hangar. We'll have our first tidy up in the hangar by right clicking and stack all. Then we're going to right click on the Veldspar and go into the reprocessing screen. Now here's going to tell us that as we knew, our 400 Veldspar is going to turn into 1600 tritanium. It is going to cost us about 4,000 loss in value during the reprocessing, and there is a charge of 375 ISK. And there's the tritanium straight in our item hangar, so we can now complete that mission. With low skills, it is not financially beneficial to recycle. You may want to do it for the materials, but you certainly need to do it for this mission. So we're going to go ahead, hand in those 2 missions, collect the rewards before we forget and run out of bonus reward time. We're going to take the mining laser, just put it in the ship's cargo hold for now. You do have a personal asset screen, which is very helpful. It has a search tab. If you need to find where you left something, that is where you will find it. So we're going to put the lasers back on the ship. I think we're going to go with the twin pulse lasers. We have got the beam lasers. They're long range weapons. We'll look at those another time, but yeah, I think we'll stick with what we know for now, and there's no need mission wise for us to change. We could have a little look at the ammo types. I won't go into too much detail. I also don't want this really to be too Amar specific. But suffices to say that different ammo types, varying from race to race, will produce different damage types and will have different bonuses. So here we got a 20% range bonus. There may also be tracking bonuses, which is how well your turrets can hit the target. There may be capacity usage bonuses. It will vary from ammo type to ammo type. Whereas if we look at a different kind of ammo, say multi-frequency, which is a short range ammo, we actually have a range bonus of minus 50%, so it's scarcely a bonus, is it? But we do cause more damage, so our DPS goes up from about 15 to about 23. So that's quite good. But we're going to stick with what we know. The challenge of using the close range ammo that causes more damage is that you've got to be closer to the enemy, and very often that means you're going to take more damage. So anyway, we'll just stick with what we've been using for now. I will do more detailed guides on these things, as I've said, in the future. In the mid slots next to the afterburner, we do have the warp disruptor, which we were given to fulfill the mission with. So we need on one mission to go out, kill some bad guys, and get one with the warp disruptor. Stop him running away. On this mission, we need to kill the bad guys until the documents transfer to our cargo hold, just as we have before. Exactly the same drill. As you'll see, we come under no pressure, no danger. The icon in the lower middle of the screen is telling us we're being webbed by one of the rats. On the overview you could also see which one was doing that to us. They slow us down and they can hit us a little bit easier. So you may want to kill the rat that's doing stuff like that to you first. But it's not a great concern at this stage, to be honest. Lock them, orbit them, shoot them, one after the other. As easy as that. To speak a little bit about Amar specifically, one of the advantages of these laser weapons is that these basic ammo types, they never wear out. In effect, the ship's capacitor is what's powering the lasers. See, the crystal's more of a lens that focuses the power, but your ammo is basically your ship's capacitor. On to the next mission, and we have one guy here called Fleeing Pirate. He is the guy we need to get within 20 kilometers of and get the warp disruptor turned on him. So lock him up and get the warp disruptor on him. The other guys here we need to take down. Again, same drill. Lock them. Get into weapon range, whether you're orbiting or just flying by them, and shoot them. Once we're in range of the guy that's trying to get away, we'll get the disruptor on him. Once that's cycled on him, we'll get a pop-up message. It'll say, please, 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 let me go. You and he can't damage each other. You don't seem to take any damage from him. I don't think he takes any damage from you. So don't waste any time messing about. You can't kill him. Get him disrupted. Get your message. And we're all done. And I think that'll do for this video. In the next video, we will be looking at the ships we now have to play with. We've got the Executioner, which is a great little fast frigate. We've got a couple of Ventures now, which are the mining frigates, which are going to greatly improve your mining yield over any other ship. You can really use this early in the game by far. So we'll be having a look at those. We'll obviously have to buy some modules probably to fit those up correctly. And look at some of the skills, etc. associated with heading in certain directions within the game. But for now, take care of yourselves. Leave us any comments or questions down below. Leave it a like if you've enjoyed the video, found it useful, or hopefully some kind of combination of the two. But for now, enjoy your eve, take your time. There's a lot to learn. Don't put pressure on yourself. And for now, goodbye. We'll be back to look at these bad boys very soon. Take care.